Here we are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Arturo Thunder Gatti. He stands at 5'8" tall. This man has never been in a boring fight. And he'll be squaring off against Amir King Khan. 63 kilos even, that's what he weighed in at. 170. Thunder Arturo Gatti. And it's the king, Amir King Khan. He's Bolton's finest. Watch for those hands tonight. They are as fast as they come.
You can hardly hear yourself speak. The fans are going mad for this.
And with that, let's go into the ring. And the Hall of Fame announcer himself, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled.
These two have certainly... We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Looks like a little change of strategy here, trying to loosen up the flow a little bit. Counter punching. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counter puncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two. Neither fighter willing to slow down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
That jab doesn't score. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Catch and shoot. He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You don't want to trade shots. Unlike the heavier fighters, these fighters throw so many punches, it's hard to keep up. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecard. That hook won't score. very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking...
And there's the bell to start the round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter. Swing and a miss with the hook. Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
That hook was off target. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point. When are we going to see a jab from these two?
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything to turn.
Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower, calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Good counter punching. Well, he's got Bambi legs walking back to... We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
Two knockdowns in that last round. There'd be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Missing with the left hook. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
That hook was off target. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And he scores with the counter. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get
They ring the bell, and here we go. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter punch. They're both trying for a knockout. The straight right just misses. That counter shot lands. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dares do anything out of turn.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. Swing and a miss with the right hook. And he scores with the counter. Swinging big and missing big with. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about a one-sided 3 minute. And there's the bell to start the round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Have to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Punch, counter punch. And they figure out the combination to this safe. That big hook doesn't land.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. It's bombs away. We wanted action, and they are delivering. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this. And there's the bell to start the round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counter punch.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Both men step back for just a moment. Those counter punches have to hurt. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
Oh, look at Gatti. I don't know if he's going to survive. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Got it. Their vision is being impaired, no doubt about it, but is the referee going to stop it here? And it looks like this fight will continue. Trying to measure his punches now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Perfect counter lands. This fight has a real good flow to it. Got out of the way of that right hook. They exchange punches. They have no respect for each other's punching power. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. You can see there's blood, and the referee's going to take a good look at it. And the referee's going to allow them to fight. The judges have spoken, a unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.